Hi guys,
We're back.
we're back from TBoltUSA.com. Vince Sr., Vince Jr., my buddy. We never went away. Been here at the warehouse every single day since March 21st.
Well, we had a day off in mid-June. Well, I had the day off. You went riding.
Yeah, you took a day off and I went riding. So we've been at it, trying to fill the orders. We had a notice from the governor of Pennsylvania. There was a stay-at-home order, and we figured the best thing to do would be to continue operations ourselves and have the crew stay at home.
Right. So just Dad and I, who, we live in the same house, coming up, packing the boxes, receiving the parts.
Yeah. So what we didn't anticipate was the dramatic increase in sales that we had encountered. We had to take a number of precautions as we went through, and we had to pedal back on some of our services for sure. And then we actually even had to pedal back on some of the products we offered. Like we couldn't offer any plastic bodywork. We couldn't offer any tires and wheels. And it became very, very challenging to fill the orders and keep up.
The first day when we decided, what the best course of action would be, it was a Friday, and then we came up that Saturday. That weekend, we turned the phones off. If we're, outside of the office, we're not going to be able to answer the phones.
Our only lifeline that we wound up keeping was a text system. And we've been trying to handle any emergency situations via text message. And it's been coming up pretty good. Vince has done a lot of improvements on the shipping system. We found a lot of things that we really weren't selling anymore that had been sitting around. So we're doing a major renovation of the shop. A, because there's things that just had to be changed, and B, because there's a lot of legalities and laws in place now that we have to address in order to bring the whole crew back and get back to work. So we're setting up the shop so no matter what happens, we will be able to maintain and run in full force. I'll be keeping active on the Instagram posts and posting people's pit bikes and stuff, so keep sending them. Send in your little videos. They're cool as hell. Send your builds. If I don't answer your questions there or on Facebook, it's best to email. We can't keep up with every venue, but we will soon. We should be back up to full operation in a couple weeks.
If you do need support, your best bet is always going to be email.
And we have a text system in place, so the text is really good.
The text messages.
You get a real quick answer there, and we're trying to give the best support we can. Under the circumstances, the entire outdoor industry has been hit very hard. People are wanting to go out more than they ever were because they have the time.
Well, especially because the pit bikes are something you can ride in the backyard.
A lot of the big bike tracks closed. Guys jumped on pit bikes. We're having a lot of fun. A lot of the distributors are cranking out parts. We have right here, we have the BBR fork springs for the CRF 110. Yoshi pipes, which have been really popular for the KLX 110s. BBR just came back with the KLX 110 Super Stock Swing Arm and the CRF 110.
It's coming.
That'll be about a month away, what we've heard. It has been kind of challenging that things have been selling out, but the distributors and the manufacturers are still cranking out the parts. It's you guys buying them all up. So keep clicking that yellow check stock button.
So we can
get on the list
when they get back in.
Yeah, and we're doing a lot of blurts on Instagram and on Facebook, letting people know that things are back in stock. A couple neat things, like Lucas changed over to doing hand sanitizer, so we're all set up. We got hand sanitizer, we have cleaners, we have all the things to stay in compliance with the state. I just wanted to throw down for some people that have really supported us too. Alex came in and
my fiance
has just volunteered hours and hours and hours of time. She has her chemical engineering degree. She helped us get all of our compliance stuff straight, and also the three of us were working together just to fill the orders. She did most of all the bubble mailers and the small boxes. I was doing the bigger ones. Vince was doing pulls and labels. So it has been very it was fun too, we had a lot of fun. Also throw down for all the distributors. Everybody's been here for us to, keep things going for you guys.
Like Brian, our rep at WPS, he's been on top of the back orders, or the fact that we had one of the biggest orders that we ever put in with them. So then it got flagged for security.
Yeah.
And he got that all straightened up.
Putting in really big orders, and
Dalton
at TB Parts and Mike. Those guys have been hooking us up big time. The people over at BBR, the Brown Brothers and Shar, they've been really working hard to keep the lines of communication going. We wound up just today, we're going to sell rocket exhausts.
We added Bill's pipes.
Bill's pipes, that was a long time coming, but as soon as we got a minute, we put them up online and they're selling. We have those for the CRF 110, probably going to get them for a KLX 110 too. There's a rumor, and hopefully, we have some purchased. So keep your fingers crossed that the FMFs,
the Mini 4.1,
Mini 4.1. So FMF's starting to jump on board too. Kinetic has really stepped up. They've been sending more and more parts. We've been selling them out because you guys are just buying them.
Yeah, and whenever we get something back in stock that was out, there's a link on the homepage to that just back in page, which shows all the parts that have just been put back into stock.
Yeah. Click that. Keep an eye on that. Maybe even, make a link to it, because as things come back in, you got to grab it.
Right. And we're not just saying this to try to sell more stuff.
We just want to help. We don't want people to be unhappy. You have your fork springs and then no damper rods. So,
right.
And none of this is any of our doing. It's just a matter of
the fork springs were in, then the damper rods, then the fork spring.
Trying to really make the system better now that we have this couple minutes to kind of step back and see everything that's going on.
Well, it's like the world's longest episode of Undercover Boss.
Yeah. We keep tripping over stuff like, oh, we haven't sold that in 10 years. What are we doing with that still? Or, oh, wow, why are these still on the shelf? These aren't even on the website.
Why is there a bin for this koozie for a brand that went out of business 12 years ago?
Yeah. I actually found a Sano swing arm up on the shelf the other day. I put it online. It's sold already. Somebody has it. There was a Sano skid plate, so that's gone. That went in a day. Yeah, but one of the big thanks goes out to the customers, because the amount of patience that you guys have shown is just, I think I personally am kind of blown away, and I just thanks to every single guy. I told people numerous times already, I'm like, thank God for people like you, because you just have had patience, and we've been worked with us, realized that we can't do the kind of level of customer service that we were, and we're relying on things like our tech data, which we built over the number of 15 years or 20 years.
You built.
Yeah, it's just there that you can refer to that and answer a lot of the questions. Between me and Vince and Rob and stuff, we've tried to add as much information into each individual part. There was
a point where we were almost 2 weeks behind. An order would come in, and it wasn't until about 2 weeks later that it actually got shipped.
Yeah, and it's just super embarrassing to even admit that.
We're at about a day now, or some orders I shipped out where last time it was 2 weeks, but this time the person came back, their order got shipped within 2 hours.
A lot of them are shipping almost immediately now, and we still do have the warnings on the website, just because some of this stuff is hard to keep track of.
There's things that we assumed would never run dry. Renthal chains. I mean, how are we going to not have Renthal chains? But now the distributor's out. We have 14 or 20 or something on the shelf.
Yeah, so if it says 4 in stock,
there's 4.
It's 4. That's
right.
it. Yeah, but we learned a lot, and we thank everybody for their patience.
Back onto the note about thanking the customers, even as something as silly as the notes when you put the order through on the website, I've been pulling all the orders, and I've been reading those, and some of you guys are just super nice, just saying you guys rock, or thank you so much.
Yeah, you get that all the time.
Yeah.
It's an awesome community to be part of, and
it really brings you back up. You know, your spirits can be down, and then you see one where it's oh, this is for my kid. Oh, the one person was for his daughter's birthday.
The birthday?
Yeah, so we threw some extra stickers in, and we got this picture of her opening her stuff up and just being so happy, and it was, that stuff makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, so thanks everybody, and
We're
it's just
here.
going to get better from here. We have systems in place to give you more and more customer service, and things are really starting to come around. It's been a real roller coaster ride. We learned a lot. Everybody got caught by surprise, but our warehouse is going to be able to handle anything that happens from now on, and we're going to be up to speed, and the only thing that's going to stop us is not having a part to give you.
Right.
So we really appreciate everybody, and just ride on, and you guys rock.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
It's July 2nd right now at 7:30. Maybe we'll go home early after this.
Yeah, we're out. Yeah.
So, be well, be safe, and
Yeah, thanks, you guys. Rock on. There's icons all over the place. There's a red. What's that red thing on my table? Oh, that's the recording button.